Hey, are you ready for some hunting on the Tommy Wilcox Show?
Tommy Wilcox Outdoors is brought to you by Alabama Credit Union. Feel good about your money. Mahindra Tractors, built for the long haul. Peach Outdoors. Get the motor running on your next project with our Mahindra tractors, ATVs, and lawn equipment. Tuscaloosa Toyota. One price, one place. Talladega County Exchange for all your feed and agricultural needs. The band Legal Limit. Lou and the guys play all your favorite classic rock and country. Nelson Glass for all your contract or residential glass needs. All music courtesy of country music legend Hank Williams Jr. Hey folks, welcome to today's show. We got a couple great deer hunts coming up for you. A little bit later in the show, we'll have Bubba Dickinson from Nelson Glass doing a crossbow hunt up in Wisconsin. We've showed this hunt to you before, but we want to show it again because, man, it's pretty neat seeing a big old deer like Bubba took being taken down with a crossbow. So we'll show that to you a little bit later in the show. But first, we've got Matt Woods from Jasper Auto Sales. I've done a lot of stuff with Matt Woods over the years. Jasper Auto Sales has been just one of our big clients with Alabama Credit Union. And when we get a chance to hunt with Jasper Auto Sales, we always try to do it because they send us so much business through Jasper Auto Sales. So on this particular hunt, we were down in Brent, Alabama at Swamp Whitetails. Matt was going to bow hunt. He had a number of deer all around him the first day he was out there. Some were too big to shoot. He had deer underneath him. He had deer out in front of him at the edge of the field, back in the woods. And it makes some great footage, but it was deer that was a little bit out of his range. So the next day, went back in, and Matt had some deer that came in a little closer, and one that he was particularly looking for, and was able to draw his bow back on him, y'all. Here's Matt Woods hunting at Swamp Whitetails in Brent, Alabama. Y'all take it.
Yes.
cut the swamp today, and I just smoked that giant. He couldn't resist following that tag. Oh, he's looking good here. Yeah, looking real good. Got the arrow right here. Look at all that. Oh yeah, broke off the tip. Looks like it went better than halfway in. Oh yeah, look at that, that's good blood. That's a good buck. What a dandy. Heavy horns. Main frame 8. Couple kickers, just a great buck. Here at the swamp. Hunting with Tommy Wilcox, my friends from Alabama Credit Union. It's been an awesome hunt. Seen a lot of great deer. A lot of good fellowship here. Can't thank them enough for letting me come down and hunt with them today. It's just been an awesome day. My best bow buck by far. Just tickled to death. Awesome, awesome deer.
Hey folks, welcome back to Tommy Wilcox Outdoors. Hey, in this segment, we're gonna talk a little bit about lessons I've learned from Coach Bryant, my playing days at Alabama, or from assistant coaches and ex-players who got to learn things from Coach Bryant that stuck in their mind forever. And you know, people ask me all the time, what was Coach Bryant like to play for? And I tell them, you know, he was tough, he was hard, he'd a lot of long hours, a lot of gut checks, but you knew that if you listened to what he said, that you'd be successful because he had been so successful in years past. And one thing about Coach Bryant is you never made excuses. You never said, oh, Coach, the sun was in my eyes, that's why I dropped the ball. It was raining, it was wet, or that's why I fumbled. I mean, the best thing you could do with Coach Bryant is say, Coach, I made a mistake. It's my bad, and I'm going to improve, and it won't happen again. Because he would tell you in a heartbeat. He'd give you a lesson on life if you tried to make excuses. And one of the lessons I learned from an assistant coach was in the 1965 Orange Bowl. Alabama played Texas, and Namath was the quarterback, but he was struggling with. He had an ACL injury, and they had him bandaged up the best, so he wasn't at his 100%. But anyway, to make a long story short, they were ahead 21-17, and Alabama had the ball on the goal line, fixing to score right at the end of the ball game. And on 4th down, they called a quarterback sneak, and everybody in the stadium knew that Namath made it in the end zone. I mean, he was waist deep in the end zone. But the referees said, he didn't make it. Texas won the football game. And as some of the Alabama players were coming off the field, they said, Coach Bryant, we got robbed. Coach, we got robbed. Namath was in the end zone. And Coach Bryant never missed a moment to teach somebody something. And he said, if you'd have blocked well enough so that Joe could have walked in the end zone, then there'd been no question, would there have been? And I tell my kids their entire life that story and give them that lesson. And I tell other kids when I go speak places to never make excuses. Take responsibility for whatever you've done. And also to always don't leave it up to a referee to decide whether you scored or you didn't score. Don't leave it up to a referee to decide if you were in bounds or out of bounds. Don't leave it up to your teacher to give you a passing grade or a failing grade. Do it so well that there'll be no question. And if you do that, you'll always be successful in life. That's one of the great lessons I learned from Coach Bryant. Don't make excuses, and don't leave it up to somebody else to give you a job or to call the play in bounds or to say whether you scored or not. Do it well enough so that there's no question. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Hey folks, welcome back to Tommy Wilcox Outdoors. Next up is Bubba Dickinson of Nelson Glass. This is a hunt we did a few years ago. We always like to show you some oldie shows, especially the good ones, and this is a great example of just a great hunt. All the conditions were right. We were all up there hunting with rifles, and Bubba wanted to hunt with a crossbow, so we had to get the wind right. We had to make sure all the weather conditions were right, and they were. Everything came out like it was supposed to, especially this big buck. Y'all take a look. We're up in Three Lakes, Wisconsin at Three Lakes Trophy Ranch with Jan Alsager. Got Bubba Dickinson, Nelson Glass with me. Bub, we've been here before, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Tell us a little bit about the last couple of years. You've kind of, opening day, you've hit a home run, right?
I have. I generally make it happen the first afternoon, and this time wasn't that easy, but we still made it happen. We sure did.
Jan and them's got a fantastic place here, huh?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I mean,
it's
the
unbelievable.
deer, yeah,
It is just the most phenomenal place you can come.
Lodging,
everything,
shooting houses, you name it, it's all first class.
First class, that's right.
Well, let's talk about today's hunt. You had a, needless to say, is this the biggest deer you've ever taken?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
And with your crossbow, right?
With my crossbow, yes,
wow,
sir.
Man.
Yeah, we got here Wednesday, the 26th of the afternoon of the 26th, and we went for a little ride and saw this really nice buck, and I decided that's the one I was going after. And we played tag with him a couple of days, and it just, you know, it was just tough. We got in the stand on what we call the long field, and it was slow all afternoon, and we were expecting the deer to come from a different area, and he wound up coming in behind us downwind, caught us both off guard, but he presented a shot at about, I don't know, 25, 30 yards, and I got the opportunity and took it.
Bubba.
Look at there. 3 Lakes whitetails, folks. Come get you some. Jan Alsager, Rick, Sarah, Riker, Trig. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. Can't say enough good things about you guys. This is the best place. Please come get you some.
Got Jan Alsager with me, the owner. Jan, tell our viewers a little bit about what y'all offer here at 3 Lakes Trophy Ranch. Let's start with your lodging. How many people can you hunt?
We can hunt groups of 5 comfortably with the stands and the food plots we have to give enough room to where we can kind of keep moving people around in order to where we're not crowding each other and keep the natural flow of the animals moving to where, you know, it's as natural can be.
Right. And what about the food?
Food, home-cooked meals. You can testify that, you know, you're not going to go home
I like the cookies.
I'm hungry, and you know, it's a home setting. We want to make you feel at home.
How many y'all have got? Talk about the layout of the land. Y'all have got fields y'all plant year-round, you know, for crops for the deer and the turkeys to eat.
Yeah, we've been opening up more food plots as we go along, and it's, you know, we have food plots that we hunt over, we have food plots we don't hunt over. We want to have the animals have a place where they can go, you know, where they're not bothered. They have to have a refuge and keep that natural flow of the deer. You know, we're not disrupting anything, even though we're shooting over food plots, and it keeps them spread out. They're not crowded up, and it helps with the feed bill too.
Yeah. Well, if someone's interested in coming up here or bringing some corporate folks, what's the best way to get you?
Phone the lodge, 715-546-8289, and, you know, ask us the questions. We'll help you out. We'll try and get you the hunt that you want, and, you know, make it comfortable, make it enjoyable for you. And you can go onto the website, you know, 3lakestrophyranch.com or 3lakeswhitetail.com, and the pricing information, pictures, videos, testimonials. If you want to talk to somebody that's been here, we've had clients that have been hunting with us for, you know, 10, 15 years. Call them. You know, if you have any other questions, and they're more than willing to help you out.
All right, sound like a winner. Well, let's get back to the hunting, man.
That sounds good.
All right. Thanks to the sponsors that make it possible for us to bring the joy of the outdoors to those who need it most. All of our special guests, from those with cancer to our wounded warriors, benefit from the generosity of these sponsors, and we encourage you to support the businesses that champion this important work. All right, folks, that'll do it for this week's show. Special thanks to Matt Woods of Jasper Auto Sales for all you do for the Alabama Credit Union. We also want to thank Bubba Dickinson for coming up hunting with us in Wisconsin, and Bubba can't wait to do it again this year. Folks, also coming up, we'll have a lot of turkey shows coming up here in the upcoming weeks, with turkey season being right around the corner. You don't want to miss that, and if you go to TommyWilcox.com, you can check on all the latest turkey calls we got out and get you one and practice with it before the turkey season comes in, and hopefully it'll enhance your chances of taking a big old gobbler. All right, that'll do it. Hope to see you next week right here on Tommy Wilcox Outdoors. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
Gassed up, loaded down, trucking on from town to town. Guns, bows, and a tackle box. Here come Tommy Wilcox. Hitting the water, hitting the woods. That Bama boy sure got it good. Always having too much fun. Lordy, don't y'all